Welcome to the News at Noon for this Friday, July 15th, 2016. I'm Tom. I'm your host. Hey, over the past week, I've sent out a couple training videos, one on how to submit an order and tried to make it as universal international, and the second on our compensation plan. If you haven't looked at those, look at the Tom Park Lane Facebook group page and check out those videos. Hopefully they'll help you a little bit. I try to make them short and sweet, much like our weekly video newsletter, The News at Noon. Hey, the big news, of course, is everything you're doing right now counts for the incentive trip. And, you know, about a week from now, next Saturday, you're going to hear where Park Lane is going to take you next. And everything you're doing now counts for that. So it's my hope you don't wait until you hear where we're going. Once you hear where we're going, you're going to say, I am so excited I started working on my business, because you really can be there and this great incentive trip. Now, our convention starts a week from today. We won't have a News at Noon for the next week. I'll come back to you in 2 weeks, because next Friday we're at convention. Thursday night for all the VIP qualifiers. This is a very elite group. Level 3, we have a preview showing of our new jewelry with a cocktail party. That is sure to be great. The new jewelry is launched next Saturday, and you'll see it appear on social media shortly after being launched. The show training, I know who the show trainers are, who are going to just going to be incredible not to be missed training. That I don't know if we'll post on YouTube or somewhere. It's just going to be great. The new trip launch is Saturday at noon. That's real exciting. And then we have the VIP luncheon at Gibson's, a very famous Chicago steakhouse, and that's just an incredible highlight of our agenda at convention. Now, for those of you who are coming to convention only, I talked to, because this is available only for pickup at convention, you can pre-order 3 supplies with the exception of Australia and New Zealand. The catalog, so Canada, Germany, the UK, anybody from there, you can order your country-specific catalogs and have them for pickup at convention. Australia, New Zealand, the Pacific region, you can only get the new Say Yes gift ring and a new customer special, 2 new products. Now, you do this by going to this website, parklanejewelry.com/pre-order, and because you're picking up a convention, you don't put in your own address. It's best to use the Park Lane home address, which is over here in the chat bar, 100 East Commerce in Schaumburg, Illinois, postal code 60173, phone number 800-621-0088. If you put that information in, it should accept. Understanding you can only pick up. This is not for delivery of supplies. Anybody who wants to order these new supplies that are all coming out, your franchise will be the place you'll contact to order any of those supplies. It's exciting because of all the new stuff coming out. At convention, there will be 10 $1,000 cash drawings. That's for our $1,000 hostesses. Many of you are in that drawing. Here we are in the month of July. You'll see that these first 2 weeks of July have just ended. Now, again, everything going on right now, all the things you're going to hear about convention, you get to take advantage of. In these last 2 weeks of July, these should be really awesome weeks. And your August can be and should be as well. And if you're working in that period of time, you're going to earn so much. Not just money, not just free jewelry, but so much for you and your family. The new line is revealed in 8 days, the 22nd of July, and it will go live on social media shortly after that. Hey, if you're not liking Park Lane Jewelry's Facebook page and you're not a friend of Scott Levine's, you should be, because these are places where you get lots of great information. And good things come to those who work hard. That's what I love best about convention. I am excited most to see those people who are working their business get recognized. And that's what happens. Those people on stage, they love the adoration, but remember, the trumpets for them came, 3 months ago when they made the decision to work on their business and do those things to get to the place they're being recognized. Now, I love that, and I'm so excited about that at convention. That ties right into our 1-minute training, and we actually run over a minute sometimes on this, but we've started a 3-week series on a book that I just read called How Successful People Think. And you really do, we think our way to success. 90% of it is attitude and the way we think. And so we first talked about last week that you really have to change your way of thinking. And it's about finding good input, spending time with good thinkers, surround yourself with the positives, think good thoughts. When you do that, act on them. That's why convention is great. When people think wonderful thoughts, they tell people. And then if you continue to do that over and over, you are in the right mindset. So your brain is in the right place, your attitude mostly, to accept great ways to think and be successful. We talked about the first three. Successful people think bigger, successful people know how to focus, and successful people think creatively. We talked about this last week. Now, the next ones are successful people think realistically. And being real, you could be a dreamer and you could have, high in the sky dreams, but you have to really, successful people stop and think. I took notes as I read this book, and so I want to read. Idealism increases in direct proportion to your distance from a problem. That means when you're way far away from something, you go, oh, everything's fabulous. But if you really want to be realistic and find out, if you don't get close enough to a problem, you can't tackle it. If you don't take a realistic look at your dream and what it'll take to accomplish it, you'll never achieve it. And that's the thing. How many, if you want a group that does 100,000 in a month, this is a big thing, what does the average fashion director sell, and how many do you need? And, businesses have a tendency to be top-heavy. How much of that are you willing to do? Because, somebody like Mary Grace, who any of you go to a convention will see a lot of her and her success. You're like, God, she's got such an amazing group, all those winners, no wonder. You have to understand her performance is very top-heavy. She also sells more than anybody personally. In fact, this may be the first year where she is at #1 in personal sales as well, as long as I've been there. She's realistic at what it takes, and you need to get close to a problem. This is what successful people do. Number two, they really think strategically. So successful people, strategic thinking, John Maxwell says this, strategic thinking helps me plan to become more efficient and to maximize my strengths. Using my personality, spending a day filing in files would not be good use of my strengths. And so strategic people really do, they align their purpose with their actions. So what their goal is really their actions are following that. This is one of the things successful people do. And then successful people explore possibility thinking. Now you may think possibility thinking is the same thing as big thinking, and that's not the case. Possibility thinking really allows you to dream that big dream. So you have to, you really have to look at a task, and it may seem impossible, but things of outside of there. I highlighted this quote, I allow myself to explore the possibilities knowing there is no limit, and I give myself this permission because it is possible. It really is true. So many people, there are different, new, exciting, unique ways to really build your business. There are some cores that you have to hold on to. We sell in a group environment, and we share our opportunity everywhere. And promoting is big, giving the best that's been given to others. But how you do that and how you share and offer our products, be a possibility thinker. It's amazing what can happen. Hey, next week, or actually in 2 weeks, we conclude with the last 4 things that actually are fabulous, and you're going to love that. Thank you. All the information related to Park Lane for all of our new ones on this call is in your network magazine. There are really 2 places, I tell you, to get everything going on in your Park Lane business around the world this week. And the first is the News at Noon. We try to give you that information. And secondly is your network magazine. And thirdly, and most importantly actually, are your franchises too. They will help you because they not only help from a business standpoint, they can help you grow. Getting your network magazine in your back office field interface, there it is. We go right there, and down here you'll see the network magazine. And when you click that, this will come up. Please download it and print a copy. I have one every month, and it really guides me to talk about the Trilogy Ring and our Hostess Special. There will be great new ones being released at convention. But if you watched our order training this week, you see that I talk about those and other ones that may be available. This is what's going on currently. We have new ones announced at convention. You have triple HRCs. These are called allowances. We talk about these in the order training too. And you have 3 of those you can offer on any show. And remember, any show is, You going out and having 20 people, it'd be amazing. Or you putting together some orders for you. If it's over $250 net, it's a show, and you can get 3 HRCs on that. July is a hot month for booking. It is, really, as we think of exciting ways to talk to customers. The 2x4 continues to be an amazing sale. The Align bracelet continues to be the most popular customer special they can get with a $30 order, and it is just a fabulous piece. Remember our Rich Rewards Club. I saw some great training. Emma, thank you, Emma from WA, who did some great training on Rich Rewards Club. And 2,000 is the guarantee. She talks about that, is the guaranteed level. You should really at least work to as a minimum, because you get the ensemble of the month. It's confetti. You haven't seen it yet. It will be released next Saturday, and I hope you're all getting it free. Again, anyone going to convention, you can pre-order the new Say Yes ring and a new customer special. You can do those and pick them up at convention. You also don't have to pre-order. You can buy them when you're there. parklanejewelry.com/pre-order. When it asks your address, use the Park Lane home office address right here. And again, if you're coming, you can order samples of those products. Congratulations. There were a number of new branch director promotions around our international business. Many will be celebrated at convention. I get the pleasure of reading that list, and I love it, because these are people who make more money and earn more cool stuff for doing the same thing they do as a fashion director. And all they did was have 1,000 or more net non-sales in a month and have a qualified recruit. And when they did those two things, they got promoted to branch director, got a raise in personal commission, got override on their team when they qualify, and earn lots of cool stuff. Your franchise is your great point of contact. Always connect with them for everything. Many of them have group pages that you can do that. And you have the Park Lane Company standing behind you in Chicago, Illinois, welcoming family home in just a week. I so can't wait. Meet me in Chicago. For those of you coming to Chicago, I look so forward to seeing you. Please say hi. Please tell me what I could do better on the news at noon. Maybe it's dress up or something. Who knows? But please tell me. And for those of you not, please look for news coming out of Chicago, as it's going to be an incredible fall and or spring, depending on where you're at, and incredible times for our businesses. Have a great week. Thanks for watching The News at Noon. See you in 2 weeks.